Well, I'm Nate Hill, and this is my wife, Ann, and we've been to Rock Point for 7 years.
We started visiting about 7.5 years ago, and we visited off and on for almost a year, and then we started coming regularly. So I think we've been members for like 6 years, 6.5 years. I was asked to be a greeter several years ago. I'm not even sure how I fell into that, but some people from our life group were greeters, like, oh, we need more greeters. And being the introvert that I am, I thought it was hysterical. So I started doing that quite a few years ago, and then we joined the prayer team 2 years ago. And we've been doing prayer partners upstairs and more downstairs now. We've been doing that for quite a while. I think when I was young, I was searching as a 7 or 8 year old. I used to go visit my babysitters who lived across the backyard from us, and they had a Bible in their house, and I was curious about it, and I'd read it when I was there. And my friend's mother gave me my first Bible that was mine, and it was like a treasure. And it seemed like the words just came alive. And it was a different experience. It wasn't just rote memory or just reading without passion. It was like something that attached to you. It was like the hole in your heart got filled up.
I was in the process of going through a divorce. It was just everything that could go wrong was going wrong. And things at work weren't the best conditions and stuff. So I did a lot of prayer, and we moved to apartments after I sold the house, and the landlord gave my key to my garage to somebody else. So I ended up having like $12,000 worth of my woodworking equipment, my tools, and everything was stolen. And I just came in the apartment that night, and I just sat there and said, Lord, no, if this is what you need to do to show my love for you, here's my life, take it. Because I said, right now, this is just frustrating. I'm irritated right now because it's like everything. You know, you sit there saying, this is abundant life. How is this being abundant? And I said, it's in your hands, whatever you do. I'm tired, I'm going to bed, good night. And I praise you. So, and that was at a point where life turned around. This wonderful
That's
woman.
because he met me.
Yes.
Yeah, of course.
But again, God is faithful, and my trust has grown because of this. And I've just got to a point where I look back and saying, okay, when trials comes along, that, okay, God, what are you teaching me now? For a new person that has no knowledge of who Christ is, I've witnessed to several people that I work with right now about, well, we don't believe in God, or we're not religious. And I said, I'm a good person. And I said, based on what? What are you using for your reference point of being a good person? I think people really just want to shortcut it to keep from getting to Christ. And yet they don't realize they're shortcutting a future that's going to be so wonderful. Even though you go through the ups and downs of life, he carries you through.
The thief on the cross was not good, and he couldn't do anything. His arms were strapped to a cross. He couldn't do any good works to make it. It was a heart condition, and Christ saw that and said, later today you're going to be with me in paradise. So it wasn't acts of works, and he couldn't get baptized or he couldn't do anything religious. It was just his heart.
Which does still amaze you, because the other thief was sitting there seeing all this going on and knowing that he's dying and not a clue. We trying to look for a foundation that the only foundation that I ever found in this life that I really can trust is Christ. You say he doesn't change. He's never changed. He's been the same from the beginning of time to the end of eternity. His promises have always been true. He's never lied to us. He doesn't lie. So I don't know why is it that you can't put your hope into something like that.
I think my prayer would be a heart of compassion. I think of the Father, and I see a picture of a man standing on the porch watching for his son who's been gone for a long time, and just longing for the relationship of family. And how the Father ran and embraced the Son and put shoes on his feet and a robe and a ring on his hand. And he just wanted his son. He just wanted that relationship.